Hey guys, Gary here. A year ago, my Tacoma was wrecked in an accident, and I started building a new adventure vehicle from the ground up. I've been on a mission to finish before the BLM permanently closes 317 miles of trails in Moab, including Tenmile Wash, Canyon, Mashed Potatoes, and some of the best campsites in Utah. I spent most of the past year recovering from my accident and building my 96 XJ Rickety Cricket specifically for this trip. The trails are scheduled to close in 2 weeks, and today I'm finally back in Moab making things happen. 10-mile wash, mashed potatoes, and a world-class campsite overlooking canyon country are on my list. Check it out. Morning guys, it is a chilly morning out here by Moab, and I am out testing the Cherokee after the axle swap. Got down to about 8 degrees last night, quite chilly. Had one of those crystal clear and brutally cold nights last night. I was sleeping in a 0-degree down bag with all my clothes on except this big puffy jacket, and I was barely comfortable. Ooh, I am just gonna say I'm cooking up a breakfast sandwich here. And I have the last piece of pumpkin pie left over from Thanksgiving. It's good, except all I can think about is how cold my hands are right now. Oh man. Oh, it's warm. Oh, a little more of this. There we go. Alright, yeah, we just had one of those super clear, crystal clear, bitterly cold nights. So I'm just kind of warming up here right now. But today we are going to check out Mashed Potatoes, one of the trails they're going to close around here, most likely. Got just a few days left until that official closure on December 15th. And then gonna take Daisy for a hike, probably Grandstaff Canyon. So we're going to do Mashed Potato today, go for a hike, check out some canyons, and then tomorrow we're going to do 10-mile wash. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know what to expect this time of year. That's usually a late summer, early fall kind of trail. And it's probably going to have some ice and some snow in the canyon. We'll have to check it out. If it's too frozen, too slick, or if there's like frozen bodies of water that you have to cross that you'd otherwise drive through and then you might fall through, I'm probably going to turn around. But I'm here in the Cherokee after swapping axles and putting lockers in it and 35-inch tires, so I want to test it out and check out probably my favorite trail anywhere ever before it closes for good. It is cold. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, goodness. It's like a milkshake. Okay. Ah, it's cold. Ooh, very cold and bright. Alright guys, we've got to fix a few things. We're going to have to clearance the rear fenders a little bit more. And I ruptured an air line that got too hot by the exhaust. So I'm going to find a splice in here and try to zip tie it further away from the exhaust. There we go. Definitely got a little melty there. I gotta use some higher quality line for this. Come on now. Yeah, this is deformed. I get in some better line. Alright, the nice thing about 6mm and 1/4" airline is they're more or less interchangeable, even though they're not the same diameter. Let's add a little bit onto there. I want about this much. Let's try to get that further from the exhaust. Let's fire up the compressor and see if it holds air. Alright, now the other side. Alright guys, we're gonna go drive until we get reception, and we're gonna figure out how to get to Mashed Potato, because I actually don't know how to get there. I've never been there, and I learned about it like last week. So, we're gonna go check it out. Alright guys, we are going to take Gemini Bridges Road just because it's a fun road. We're going to go down to the highway, then up north to Bartlett Wash, and then we're going to go do Mashed Potato and Hidden Canyon. And then hopefully we'll have enough time to go hike Grand Staff Canyon with Daisy here. Alright guys, so something I was really excited about with getting bigger tires, with putting 35s on this, and especially with just 15-inch rims, is having so much sidewall. Acts almost like an extra spring, and it just rides so much smoother on dirt roads, especially if you air down a little bit. This is actually riding pretty darn smooth. I know it's kind of loud, but it's actually a lot smoother than it was with the stock axles with 31s on it. And it helps to have, you know, a track bar and a drag link that are like flat, you know, horizontal. Just lets the suspension cycle a lot more naturally. There's a lot of mountain bikers, I'm kind of surprised. It is 29 degrees. So I came out on the highway, Gemini Bridges Road. I went north a little bit, and now I'm on, what's it called, like Blue Well Road or something like that? Anyway, we are almost at Mashed Potato. Okay. Really? You gonna move? I'm gonna squeeze by you here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I go right and then left. We have officially started Mashed Potato. Let's see how it does. Oh, and I need to fix that airline for the locker. I'm probably gonna need them on this. I'm gonna pull over here and fix that. They ruptured again, and oh, there's a campsite. Okay. Yeah, those cheap blue airlines just don't work. Okay, I'm gonna fix that real quick. Okay, a little bit of an obstacle here. Oh, it's not horrible. Alright, no need for the lockers yet. Up it, so I'm liking these tires. They are so much better to have on your Guys, these lockers are awesome. This is the gravy bowl. I'm not going in that. Yeah, here's the thing. There's nothing to winch to without another vehicle if I get stuck in there. So we're going to pass on that one. We're going to take the bypass here. Alright guys, it is like 8 p.m. I finished a nice little hike in Labyrinth Canyon with the help of a headlamp for most of it actually. I have found, I didn't find this campsite, I've known about this for years, but other people know about it too. But it's a Tuesday in the middle of winter and it's really cold out and there's nobody here. And this is one of the campsites that are going to close permanently. Really, really soon. It's going to be shut down forever. I'm going to have to show you this somewhere. I'll try to take a picture of it with my phone and put that in the video to see if it works. To show you the night shot, because there's a full moon tonight. And you can see so much. It's really cool. If not, I'll show you in the morning. In the meantime, I'm having some lasagna and some crescent rolls. Might make some jalapeno poppers. We'll see how hungry I get. And I will see you guys in the morning. 10-mile wash tomorrow. You guys want to know a secret of heating up leftovers on a camp stove? Put a little water in the pan and you steam it. Whew, it's a little cold. I forgot to put my hiking boots inside the Jeep with me, so I got to thaw them here in a space heater. Whew. These are going to be really cool to put on. You can see the kind of frost we're dealing with. Whew. Oh, it's cold. How you doing, Daisy? Guys, this is one of the all-time best campsites in the state of Utah. That you can drive to, at least. I'd say even as far as hiking goes, this might be the best. I mean, look at this. And what's even cooler is there's caves. Let me show you the caves. Should we go look at the caves, Daisy? How cool is that? Looks like if you wanted to, you could get all the way down there. Don't want to fall. That was a big drop. Yeah. Aw. Jeep's right up there. And clean up a little bit. That is a frozen boiled egg. That's gonna be fun to chew. We can pick that up. It is sandwich time. A little burned. It'll be alright. Mmm. Oh, club. Dang it. I'll make Daisy happy. I am probably the last person in the world to ever camp here. It's crazy to think about it. That happened to me over there by one of the campsites at Mineral Point. I was one of the last people to camp there, and now I'm one of the last people to ever camp here. Guys, this view is incredible. right, guys, we are here. We are at 10 Mile Wash. They're gonna shut this thing down just in a few days, and we're gonna get one of the official last runs in a 10 Mile Wash ever. In case you're wondering, got some old stables here. I think this used to be a homestead. I mean, this is a cool place, like even just for camping, even if you're not four-wheeling, it is a super cool place. And that's what I love about it, because I get to explore one of the coolest canyons I have ever been down in that. With Daisy, of course. This is kind of cool. All right, guys, it's about 28 degrees out. It's cold. So I'm going to lock the hubs. And wow, that's way less muddy than last time. When I was here last time, guys, it was as muddy as it gets. Like there are mud holes that were probably about 4 feet deep. And considering it's freezing cold out, I'm kind of glad I'm not going to get super muddy. Guys, I love this trail. It is so much fun. I mean, guys, it is crazy how dynamic this trail is. The last time I was here, There was like 3 feet of water right here. This was so sketchy in the Tacoma. I can't believe I did this in the Tacoma. Maybe it was in this spot, but seriously, the trail is so dry right now. And it's making it not a challenge at all for the Cherokee. It's been in 2-wheel drive for most of this. I just shifted into 2-wheel drive low because some of it did get kind of technical, but with how dry it is. Yeah, the last time I went through here, this trail was a 10 out of 10. And I had no idea how deep this was. It was terrifying. And a Tacoma that had like half as much clearance as that Cherokee and smaller tires and a longer wheelbase. It's still fun though. This canyon is just, there's something magical about it. We have officially made it to where I turned around last time in the Tacoma. Now, for some context, you see this section here? A little bit of mud like way over there. Last time the mud started around right here by the back tire of the Jeep. It went all the way that way, and you can tell it was probably about 3 feet deep where that one red is on the right. Right now, actually a Tacoma could do this. Probably a stock one even. A year ago, I was here, my Tacoma, and I knew they were gonna close this trail. I had a little bit of time, and I decided I'm gonna build a vehicle that can do this. And here I am, just a few days before the closure, and I did it. And I'm doing it with Daisy. Because you know what? Daisy actually likes four-wheeling, and she likes going hiking. We get to the end of the trail, and then we go hiking. Last time, when we stopped here, we hiked that way for like an hour and a half. Got like a 3-hour long hike in. You don't have to just go four-wheeling out here, guys. Like, this is nature, enjoy it. The purpose of this Jeep is to get out here and see all of this, experience it. To camp here. You can't really camp in this canyon except for like a few small spots that are hard to find. But seriously, it's the whole experience, guys. We did it. This feels good. This trail got really hard really quick. I can tell where the very difficult rating comes from. I think this is rated like an 8 out of 10. And while this Jeep could keep going, I'm a little nervous doing it alone, especially when you see the obstacle we got ahead. There's two ledges. I can drive up one of them, no problem. I could actually probably drive up the other one too that I have to drive down. So you go up one, up onto a shelf above the river. You make a hairpin turn and drop down like a 4-foot ledge. If you don't do it just right, you're gonna roll. So what we're gonna do, we're almost at the river. Let me show you how close we are. You can see Tenmile Wash right there. What we're gonna do is walk the last like mile. Okay guys, here's the first ledge. This is the one that you drive up. So you go through this muddy, icy water. You can drive up right here. See some tire marks. Or you can drive up, there's another spot just over this way. Right here. You can also drive up right here. This is still a solid 4 feet though. Then you go up on this shelf. Follow Daisy, of course. Got a long drive ahead of me, getting my caffeine in here. It's gonna be a late night. The other ledge. Let's go to the bottom. You can see where they stacked rocks here. So here's the other ledge. And the problem is not the ledge so much as the hairpin turn right above it. That shelf is barely wide enough for a Jeep. So you have like, you go up it, you probably get your back tires like almost to the ledge, maybe like within 2 feet of it. And then you go hard right and go up that way. And try really hard not to roll your Jeep down this, off this shelf here. You could do this with some very, very careful driving. But again, I'm alone, except for Daisy. And yeah, with no other vehicles here, nothing to winch to, nobody to help me if I flip or if I get stuck or get in a bad situation. Like what if I start sliding on this and like I'm about to flip? What do you do? So even though I built that really cool Jeep down there, I'm not bummed I haven't driven it all the way to the Green River. Most people don't get to the Green River. I made it past that boulder squeeze back there, which is what turns around most people. So far, I'm gonna chalk this up as a win. She likes four-wheeling, she does. She gets so excited in the back seat and gets her head up between the front seats in the middle by the center console and just watches where we're going. It's like a roller coaster for her. Imagine how cool this would be to drive down. You're like in a tunnel almost. You could shelter in here. You could totally shelter in here. Like that'll keep you dry. Not many tire tracks that are fresh. You can tell these have definitely been rained on. They've been here a while. And the ground is frozen, so I'd say it's probably been at least a few weeks since anybody drove it this far, made it this far. It's kind of sketchy right now. The mud puddles are all frozen over with like an inch of ice. Like it's just barely thick enough where I can walk on it in most places. Not quite everywhere, but driving the Jeep through it, I felt like I was in an icebreaker. Just as it was breaking the ice, it was pretty cool. But yeah, the tire tracks have been these same 3 vehicles for a while now. But in case you're wondering, I do have enough food and water and warm clothes to stay out here for probably like 2 more nights, 3 more nights before I start getting really hungry. So you might think it's a little dumb for me to be doing what I have done solo, but I come prepared, guys. I come prepared, and I was into backpacking and wilderness survival way before I got into Jeeps. And I have backpacked over 260 miles alone on one trip before. So something does happen, barring any serious injuries, I think Daisy and I will be okay. Look at that. It's almost Christmas and I found a tree that still has pretty leaves. This is such a cool canyon. Okay guys, this is taking longer than I thought it would. I thought we were like maybe half a mile from the river. We were probably like 2 miles. Down here it's starting to warm up a little bit, and in spots the ground is thawing out and it is sand. And hiking in sand is not fun. You know, the reason they call it 10-mile wash, well, it's a wash and it's about 10 miles long. But the thing about washes like this and flash flood danger, well, let me give you some perspective. You can see some ripples in the sand up here. That's about 4 feet higher than where I'm walking. The road is just sand. Now look at that. That is about 7 feet of debris from a flash flood. That is considerably higher than I am. Considerably taller than I am. And that means when this floods, this entire canyon is a river. The road is a river, you can't see it. And so every year, this trail is a little bit different. And every year, if there was any damage from people driving on it, it would get washed away. The flooding does a tremendous amount, causes a tremendous amount of erosion in this wash. So, at least in my opinion, any tire tracks being left behind on the designated route are kind of insignificant because they just get washed away every year. But the last time I was here, it was after a heavy monsoon season, and it hadn't rained in probably about a week, but there was still enough water and enough mud in this canyon, in this wash, to make it extremely challenging. I'm sure, especially with that ledge, I mean, you would have been dropping off into like 3 feet of water for sure. That absolutely would have been like an 11 out of 10 rating for the trail that day. We are just not making it to the river, are we? You know what? I have headlights, and I'm probably never going to be here again. And Daisy likes hiking, so we're going to go a little bit further. Even though I'm like hiking in sand, and this is hard. Okay guys, we've been hiking for about an hour, and that is where we are. We are very close. But if you zoom in, we're a little more than halfway from where we parked. Next time, if there is a next time, we gotta get back to the car. We're getting back to the car at like 4:30 now. So, at least we'll get through the sketchy stuff before the sun sets. And then we'll be having a night run. We're getting a good 2-hour hike in. And then we're gonna go home. We're gonna drive back to the road. We're gonna get some burgers, and we're gonna go home to Salt Lake and probably get in around, I'm gonna say midnight. Gonna need some coffee in the morning before work. Alright guys, sketchiest part so far. Doesn't look too bad on camera. I don't know, maybe that stuff back there is sketchier. I'm using my lockers for this. At least my rear locker. I gotta turn left once I get up there. Pretty hard left. Okay. Okay, rear locker's on. I'm gonna leave the front open on the first try to make it easier to steer. Okay, wish me luck. Oh, cool. Okay, that was actually not that bad. It went right up it. Rear locker, 4 low, front was open, tire spun just the tiniest bit, and it was good. So I think honestly this Jeep would not have any trouble with that other ledge that I turned around because of. But that just means I gotta come back again in like a few days before they close it, maybe next weekend. Well, it's the middle of the week now, I'll come back Saturday. See if I can get someone to come with me. Alright guys, it is nighttime and that was 10 Mile Wash. I forgot how much fun that trail is, seriously. Anyway, something's wrong with the Jeep. No dash lights, so probably a fuse. The weird thing though, when that fuse blows, usually the taillights stop working. The taillights are working, so I'm gonna try to fix this because for the past hour, I have not had any idea what any of my gauges are saying, like the tachometer, oil pressure, speedometer, or anything. I kind of want to at least have like the tach and the speedo working for the drive home on the freeway. So I'm gonna try to fix that, and then it's back to Salt Lake. Oh, and I still have to drive like half an hour to get to the highway at least. 45 minutes, it's a drive. Anyway. Wow, it is dark. There is no moon. It is so dark tonight.